Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy illuminates trust that her relationship is finished and Thomas goes to Brooke for reply. In Forrester's principal office, Steffy tells Thomas he should be finished with trust. Thomas recaps that he arranged everything, including a discourse for trust. He even made a dress for her. She had the ring. Steffy reminds him she didn't actually put it on her finger. Thomas barks, "Steffy! I love her. I love her so much, and I realize she cherishes me. Is there any valid reason why she won't acknowledge my proposition? Is there any good reason why she won't simply focus on me?" Thomas mourns, "I simply don't have any idea. What did I foul up?" Steffy snaps that this is all trust's doing. She's not shocked she dismissed him once more. She realizes he adores her, yet the entirety of that will do is cause him agony and dissatisfaction. That's it. You want to cut off your friendship with trust. Thomas Steffy, B&B. In the display area, Trust sits pondering Thomas's proposition and her refusal. Brooke strolls in and inquires, "Goodness, what is this?" She unexpectedly sees Trust's appearance and inquires, "Honey, what's up?" Trust cries, "It's Thomas." She gags out that he ran off, before she could make sense of. Brooke discovers that Thomas proposed once more, and Trust didn't acknowledge. Trust wheezes, "I'm not prepared." She thought he comprehended. Brooke asks what changed. Trust doesn't have the foggiest idea. Brooke guarantees her girl that there's not a glaringly obvious explanation for her to race into a marriage. She wants to contemplate herself and her youngsters. Trust wails, "That's what I know, Mother, however you ought to have seen the expression all over. He was grief-stricken, and I caused that agony. I couldn't actually envision what his inclination at this moment." Brooke Trust, B&B. In the principal office, Steffy lets Thomas know that Trust has been utilizing him. All he requested is a commitment that she'll focus on him, however she will not make it happen. Thomas stresses he ought to have given her additional time. Steffy advises him to stop it. Trust is the issue. She maintains that him should sit around idly, and to her it resembles a game. She's simply leading you on. "Come on, Thomas. That's what you know." She tells her sibling he wants to contemplate himself and his mental stability at the present time. "You want to leave Trust." More, interesting. The B&B scene that seemed okay. At Il Giardino, Liam welcomes Carter to sit and eat with him. They concur it's more straightforward coming there with Sheila out of the picture. Liam says it's not more straightforward for Steffy, nonetheless. The Sheila bad dream is as yet occurring for her. He happens about Steffy being a decent persona and being damaged over what she did. Carter notes it was self-protection. Liam's worried for her prosperity, however her center is somewhere else. He saw her before and she's most worried about Thomas. In light of Trust. More, Ron Howard's sibling cast on B&B. Liam makes sense of that. Steffy thinks Trust is driving Thomas on. Carter has seen her wearing the ring around her neck, not on her finger. According to Liam, say thanks to God. Carter can see he's not distressed over, would like to think not tolerating his proposition. Liam has no faith in him. Carter advises him that Steffy thinks Trust is the issue. Liam derides that she thinks Trust will break Thomas's delicate little heart. Liam Carter, B&B. Carter thought everybody was more certain about Trust and Thomas nowadays, yet obviously Liam and Steffy aren't. He notes they've been seeing each other for some time now. Liam questions what will happen when it turns out badly. He's stressed over how Thomas will respond assuming expectation severs it. Carter deduces that Liam thinks Trust is setting Thomas up for another immense dissatisfaction. More, Rena Sofer shares terrible misfortune. In the display area, Trust cries that things have been going so well for herself and Thomas. "We've been so cheerful." Brooke recaps that Thomas needs to make the following stride and she's not exactly there. Trust attempted to make sense of, however she was unable to break through to him. She cries that he was in such a lot of torment and she feels like she demolished everything. Brooke consoles her. Trust needs Thomas. She needs their relationship. She believes Thomas should comprehend that she's thankful for himself and that she adores him. She sobs, "I love him, mother. I love him." Trust cry BNB. In the primary office, Steffy begs Thomas to save himself by leaving Trust. Thomas sulks that he truly thought she planned to say okay. Steffy doesn't believe it's great to have Douglas continue to see him get singed again and again. Assuming that Douglas was in this present circumstance, he would believe he should safeguard himself. You are in a harmful relationship. She concerns it might revive his evil spirits. It's not worth the effort. Would like to think's not worth the effort. I maintain that you should be blissful, only not with Trust. She embraces her sibling and lets him know he should be cheerful, while eyeballing an outlined photograph of Trust behind him. Steffy Thomas, BNB. In the plan office, Thomas is working ceaselessly on a sketch when he stops to contemplate Trust's dismissal of his proposition. He shuts his eyes and frowns, and afterward hears Steffy's voice in his mind begging him to cut off his friendship with Trust. Brooke strolls in and thinks about leaving, however chooses to enter. She shuts the entryway and tells him, "I saw Trust in the salon. Once more, you proposed." Thomas would rather not discuss it. Brooke won't exacerbate him. She can perceive how devastated he is, and says Trust is as well. She would have rather not harmed him or reject him. Thomas states, she said no. Brooke trusts he can grasp the reason why. Thomas says she's been wearing his ring. She continued to wear it and from that point forward they've just drawn nearer. An evening or two ago, she let him know that she never at any point needed what they tracked down in Rome to end. I truly thought she'd say okay. I thought she'd acknowledge my proposition. Have I quite recently been a moron, Brooke? Come clean with me. Does Trust truly adore me? Brooke Thomas, BNB. More, BNB uncovers as Luna's dad. In the principal office, Trust feels the ring missing from around her neck and looks at a photograph of her and Thomas. Steffy rams in and exhaust, "Once in a while I disdain being correct." Trust fights that she never intended to hurt her sibling. She's not prepared for that degree of responsibility. That's what Steffy knows, yet Thomas doesn't. She lets Trust know that he's turned his life around. Trust says that is the reason it's different this time. She adores him. Steffy's not getting it. She illuminates Trust that she addressed Thomas and came clean with him and she assumes she broke through to him. You're never going to acknowledge the proposition. She's simply utilizing him and playing with his feelings. I advised Thomas to stand up and let you know he is finished with you. He is cutting off his friendship with you unequivocally. A disappointed Steffy kisses Liam. Finn's fantasies prompts powerless second.